Hello. 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 I've had the opportunity to live here in China for the last 4 months, and it's been a crazy experience up till now. And one of the things that really is distinct about China is just how the church is run here. And that is why I decided to make this video to explain a little bit of the history behind it and just like the policy, how it is right now for members. And I really hope that you enjoy it and you like the video. In 1921, at that time, Elder David O. McKay was visiting China. President Eber J. Grant directed him that if he felt impressed, he should dedicate China for the preaching of the gospel. On his way to the Forbidden City in Beijing, Elder David O. McKay and Hugh J. Cannon decided to dedicate China for the preaching of the gospel. Later on, he would write about this experience and said that they turned the key that unlocked the door for the entrance into this benighted and famine-stricken land of the authorized servants of God to preach the true and restored gospel of Jesus Christ. In the late 70s and 80s, President Spencer W. Kimball brought attention to the importance of establishing a strong relationship between China and the church. They started sending Latter-day Saint professionals, mainly businessmen, to assist with official contracts between the church and Chinese government officials. Jumping to 2016, China does allow for the freedom of religion, however with restrictions. This is what I really want to get into because this is what differs the most about the church in China and the US. One of the biggest differences is that there is no proselyting at all. This includes active or passive proselyting. For example, do not bring an extra pair of scriptures thinking you can give it to someone as a gift. This is against the law. Do not invite a Chinese citizen over to your house for FHE. This is against the law. And don't try to pull any undercover James Bond missionary work because the Chinese will find out. They have eyes and ears everywhere. Here's a picture of a pole that I took in Beijing. Do you know how many cameras there are on this pole? There are 8. Another restriction for members here in China is that there is no mixing at all between foreign members and Chinese members of the church. This means that foreign members and Chinese members cannot attend the same sacrament meetings together. Due to these restrictions, the church in China is pretty small, and chances are if you go to live in China, you will be put in something called the virtual branch, which is basically a conference call you participate in every Sunday. The virtual branch is only 2 hours long, and if you are authorized, you can administer the sacrament where you live. It's kind of like going to a normal ward except through a phone. It works for the most part except when the Chinese decide to start throwing fireworks for no reason. And those are the main things you should know about the church in China. There's a lot of amazing things to see here, and a lot of things to eat, like chicken feet. If you want even more information about the things that I've talked about here, there are links in the description. The church even has a website dedicated to Mormons in China called mormonsandchina.org, where you can go to get really good information. Hope you guys liked the video. Talk to y'all next time.